of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper, because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That is lovely. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Llorente. Llorente stood his ground strongly. Cross in. He's going to be disappointed with that. Griezmann! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Saka. Purring through the game. He's had a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Calafiori can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
That has been knocked clear. Turns and goes back. Trossard. Trossard! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Trossard is offering a wry smile there.
It's a loose ball. And he's heaved it away. Oh, that it shapes to shoot! And that has been clubbed away. Clearly not happy with that.
Arsenal would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You could feel it.
And it's played forward. Saka. Calafiori. Madrid-UEFA. Oh, good spread. This looks promising. Timber plays it in low. Llorente. Aim forwards. Madrid does really well to win the ball there.
Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Saliba. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Trossard. Madrid tries to dink it through. Up he goes! Couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Molina. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Zubimendi. Saliba. Zubimendi. Looks to the other side. Calafiori. Trossard. Over to the left. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Trossard. Calafiori. That's tidy. Simeone, gently done. Koke. Molina, moved on forwards. Trossard. Saliba. Zubimendi. Saliba, forwards and with intent. Zubimendi, moved on forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Molina. Koke. Llorente. Saka. Madueke. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Lookman. That's really well manoeuvred. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Saka. Saka. That's a nicely shaped ball. Llorente. Arsenal suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Well, I would think, Peter, that this team needs help from the experience within. That should help begin the recovery at least.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Koke shifted upfield. And it's Griezmann. Time to deliver. Simeone. Oh, it's played into the area. And here's Griezmann. Koke goes short. Molina takes aim and crosses. out to the right. Trossard. Showing good feet. Real chance! Lookman. Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
Saka. Timber, aim forwards. Lookman. And here's Alvarez. Saliba. That has been cut short. Calafiori. Gabriel, and he goes cross-field. Madrid-UEFA. Zubimendi. Plays it through. Great work on the overlap. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
This was all about good movement in the box, just to allow him to get to it.
Llorente, gently done. That'll be a throw. Lookman. That has found him in acres of space. Now then, the ball's come loose. Rice. Trossard. Madrid-UEFA. Timber goes forward. And it's hoisted clear. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Simeone. And it's Molina. Aimed in towards the centre. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. And here's Alvarez. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Alvarez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Saliba with the clearance. Trossard. Always onto this. Now it's Madrid-UEFA. Madrid-UEFA! That's a throw. Lookman. Llorente. Forward it goes. Gabriel cuts it out. And it's played forward. Trossard. Pass out, chance! He scores! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Arsenal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Llorente. That's really well manoeuvred. Alvarez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Trossard! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete.
Arsenal, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Arsenal get themselves into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Griezmann chasing after it. Now that's well seen too. Calafiori. Molina, gently done. Tries a deft little ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Madrid-UEFA. Saka. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Out towards the flank. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's a good ball. Trossard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Saliba shifted upfield, thinks one through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Molina. Simeone. Saliba did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Played towards the other side. Trossard. Trossard. Rice. Played out wide. Hit into the middle. He's having a shot! Danger averted for now. Arsenal have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Trossard. Rice. And here's Madrid-UEFA. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Gabriel, aim forwards. Clears it away. Griezmann. Koke. Simeone. Moved on forwards. Simeone. Now it's Simeone. Can he deliver? And the shot's Alvarez! Rice. Trossard. Calafiori. And it's played forward. That's the keeper's ball. Molina, early ball out from the back. Gabriel gets rid without sophistication. And it's Molina. Now it's Saka. Llorente. Griezmann. Llorente. Koke forwards and with intent. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Out to the right. Saka. Peach. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Trossard really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. It was just gorgeous.
Arsenal take a two-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Here's Saka. Good chance here. Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Simeone shifted upfield. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Saka. Zubimendi. He's got it. There's the shot!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Molina. Alvarez is onto it in a flash. And it's Molina. Some good work on the right flank here. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Saliba chooses to go cross-field. Calafiori. Gabriel. Saliba. And that's really well manoeuvred. Timber making good progress on the right-hand side. Cleared away. Lovely feet. Plenty waiting in the middle.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's in space and looking for options. Climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Rice. Aim forwards. And nicely intercepted. Moved on forwards. Madrid-UEFA. Ball's played through. Timber could try cutting inside here. And he thumps it clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. Who's he going to play in? Saka. Madrid-UEFA. Played in. Clears it away. Arsenal half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Griezmann. Griezmann played out towards the right wing. Molina looking to get on the end of this. Cut it out, and it's played forward. Gabriel, driven forward. Griezmann. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Okay. Molina. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Calafiori picks it up now. Okay. Aim forwards. Nice physical challenge. Subimendi. Timber. Trossard has found the net here, of course. Subimendi. Timber. Madueke. Trossard. Rice. Trossard, and he shoots! Gets it away. And that is out of play. Rice. Trossard. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lookman. Great challenge, time to perfection. And they got rid. That's a good run down the left. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Here comes the corner. Koke plays it short, and it's Molina. And the shot! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Well, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Gabriel, that's really well manoeuvred. 2 minutes to be added on. That's been drilled forward. Tries to get it clear. Simeone. So what can they make of this? Now it's Alvarez. Molina. Molina hurtling down that right flank. Molina puts them all in. Molina has overhit that horribly. Rice. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Arsenal head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we are already promptly back underway. Griezmann. Llorente. It's gone for a throw-in. Llorente. Lookman. He can get that clear. The header is disappointing in the end.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
Lookman. Lovely bit of skill. Timber forwards and with intent. He's in a good... Alvarez! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Alvarez simply had to do better than that. He blew a great chance for me.
Madrid. Molina can get it clear. Rice played with finesse. Clears it away. Griezmann producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Madrid. And he's there. Trossard! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Okay. Molina. Simeone. Molina shifted upfield. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's really well manoeuvred. Timber. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Zubimendi, that's a sharp pass. Llorente. Calmly anticipates. Zubimendi. Oh, that's a nice ball. Llorente. Lookman.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Saka. Zubimendi. Saliba. Zubimendi. Moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. And they've got a throw. Trossard. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Molina. And they can counter here. Trossard. And here's Saka. And it's been played through. Shot at goal! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Koke. Lookman. Lookman who's on a run down the left wing. Griezmann, and that's aimed into the middle. Now it's Griezmann. Griezmann played out to the left flank. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Searching passes played there. Gabriel getting this one clear. Muscular approach does pay off here. Saka. Gabriel. Calafiori. Saka. And it's Timber. Madrid-UEFA. Rice, gently done. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other departments in front.
Rice.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Back into the middle. Lookman. Aim forwards. Griezmann looks to get on the end of this. Zubimendi. Saka. Griezmann. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Lookman. And it's lofted through here. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Zubimendi. Trossard. And the shot! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
Alvarez spread out to the left. Nice control. Played in by Lookman. He's dealt with that well. Now it's Madrid-UEFA. Timber. Rice. Gabriel. Saka. Madrid-UEFA. Saka. Simeone. Zubimendi makes the interception. And it's played forward. And it's Rice. Good play on the left-hand side here. So who's he picking out? Cross goes in there. It's really well cleared. Now it's Alvarez. And now the breakaway, he's got away.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Calafiori shifted upfield. Madrid-UEFA. Steaming on goalward, takes a shot! Deftly away. Llorente have it back and can go again. That's really well manoeuvred. Well read, nice interception. Rice. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, extraordinary.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Okay. Aim forwards. Llorente, gently done. Saka. Oh, it's a great ball here. Rice. Calafiori, here comes the cross. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Molina. Simeone. Great defending, strong and determined. Calafiori. Rice. Saliba. Zubimendi. Saka. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Llorente. Lookman. Oh, sweet feet. Out to the left it goes. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Moved on forwards. Saka. Gabriel. Calafiori. Koke. Moved on forwards. And it's Molina. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rice. Molina. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Calafiori. Trossard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Alvarez. Proves too strong. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Zubimendi. Rice. That's really well manoeuvred. And that has been cleared. Koke. Aim forwards. Timber attempts a clearance. Lookman. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Llorente. Played into the middle. Diving header! That was very necessary. Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Koke with the short one. Griezmann, now here's the delivery. And it's played forward. Madrid-UEFA. Rice. Calafiori. He's in, surely! And a chance! Moved on forwards. Lookman. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Lookman. Madrid-UEFA. He's on it, can he get away? Succumbs to the pressure. Zubimendi gets across to intercept that. That's a little off target. Griezmann. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's managed to get free. And it's Griezmann. Yeah, he's fouled him there. That's Simeone. Molina. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Saka. Koke. Molina. Calafiori cuts out the pass. Over to the left. Now it's Trossard. Oh, that's neat. Tries to get it clear. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Calafiori gets flagged offside. Llorente. Koke. And it's played forward. Lookman, that's a delicate pass. That's Simeone. Simeone pings it across. That's going to go a long way. Saka. Rice. Saka. Here's Madrid-UEFA. Rice. Delicate chip through. Clears it away. And it's Timber. Now it's Madueke. Oh, such a clever touch. There are a few waiting for it. Gets good distance on it. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Griezmann. Simeone. Lookman. That's really well manoeuvred. Timber. Calafiori. Aim forwards. And reclaimed it in a trice. Saka. Trossard. The referee's awarded a free kick. Now it's Madueke. Lookman. Now what's he got in mind? And it's hoisted clear. Rice. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! Rice gets it clear. Moved on forwards. Rice getting this one clear. Zubimendi concedes a free kick for that. Gabriel, gently done. Simeone. Great chance! Great strike, a test for the keeper.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
And it's Griezmann. Griezmann. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's lost his man here. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle.
Chance, surely! No mistake! And they are right back within touch!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Saka. Gabriel. Calafiori. Nice physical challenge. Simeone did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Molina. Could have here their final chance. Trossard gets it away. Very nicely done. Simeone. The final 5 minutes. Gabriel. Rice. Zubimendi. Saka. And it's played forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Lookman. Do have a chance to counter here. Llorente. Lookman. Picks it up out wide. It's a promising position. Played into the middle. Trossard. Gabriel. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is a great pick out. Madrid-UEFA. Oh, that's nice. And it's Timber. Trossard! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid-UEFA chooses to go back. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Timber. Delicate ball, and it needs to be a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Aim forwards. Alvarez. And that's not going to reach. Zubimendi. Gabriel. Rice. Zubimendi. Madrid-UEFA. Timber. Saliba. Rice. Koke. Molina. Saka. Rice. Calafiori. Calafiori going full tilt down the left. Oh, what a climb! He will be livid with himself. Koke. Molina. Simeone. And it's Koke. Koke, oh, good spread. Molina. Koke. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Simeone. Molina's cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that's that. Arsenal have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this win. It was a solid game plan that worked pretty much as he envisaged, and the players executed it to wonderful effect.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match in broadcast live on our club's FM station.